Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So we're going to be talking about a synergy in this video, the synergy that Spider-Man Stark Enhanced gets with Miles Morales. Now, I believe that this gives Stark Enhanced infinite parries, but during a live stream, a question came up as to whether they were truly infinite or whether the duration of the fight made them effectively infinite. In other words, because Spider-Man Stark Enhanced finishes fights quickly, there was perhaps not enough time for the parries to actually run out. But I believe that he does get infinite parries, not as good as Domino and Masakri. That synergy, she gets an extra second. But I believe that this synergy works along the same lines, but instead of a second after, you get 30% after. So read this. Stun, shock, and ensnare debuffs last 30% longer. So here's the confusion or the question here. That 30%, is that the original stun duration, or is it a running percentage? In other words, if the stun duration goes down to 0, will that 30% be 30% of 0, meaning it does nothing, and so you truly don't have infinite parries? Well, I believe that the 30% is added after the current stun duration. So even if the stun duration goes down to 0, you would still have 30% of the original stun duration, and therefore you would have infinite parries. Not as good as a full second, but still infinite parries, and that's easy to test. Now, I tried finding some videos where this was tested, and I'm pretty sure Brian Grant had a video on it, but I think he did this in a stream, so difficult to find. So I decided to do my own test. So this is what we're going to do. Here's how I plan to do this test, and it's pretty simple. We are going in here with just Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, no synergies active, and we're just going to continually parry this Red Hulk. Okay, every time we parry him, he's going to get stunned. And you can see the cooldown on the stun. Watch that, and you'll see that it gets faster and faster. He recovers faster and faster. And once we have parried him quite often, ignore that, he sometimes does it and catches me by surprise, but once we parry him enough, towards the end, what I'll do is I'll try to attack him right after a parry, and you'll see how well that works. Okay, so very simple test. Just keep parrying. Labyrinth of Legends, these guys all have limber. So if you're not familiar with limber, basically every time they are stunned, the duration gets reduced until eventually they get stunned, but it's so fast that you're not going to really be able to do anything with it. All right, so that's what you're looking at this first fight here. You see how quickly he's recovering from the stun? All right, so you can even count it after the stun, like boom. Okay, so wait for a stun. 1. Look at that. I was able to do 1, and he's out. Okay, so that's how fast. So now, see that? I tried to attack him. Now that the parries are pretty much gone, as low as they're going to get, I'm just trying to hit him. So you'll notice that he recovers fast enough to either back off or block it. And the few times that I did manage to hit him, it's because I got the timing just right, like that. He was actually going to try to hit me or attack, and I just got the right timing. But you can see how much more difficult it is, and you risk getting parried when you do this. Okay, but hopefully it's clear from this test here how quickly he is recovering from the stun. All right, so now we have a second test, and you can see there I have Miles Morales. So now with that synergy, we're going to do the same thing as we did the first time. All right, so if the theory is correct and it's 30% of the current stun, then it's not going to make much of a difference. All right, you're not going to see a great noticeable difference. Once we've parried him enough, then it's not going to add anything once the parries are gone. You know, once the stuns are gone, that is. Okay, so with Domino and Masakri, she's going to get, at the minimum, 1 second. Okay, so even if the stun timer goes down to completely 0, she's going to get 1 second, and so she'll still be able to attack. That's plenty of time. Well, with the Miles Morales, if it works the way that I know it does, then he will always have a certain amount of time. It may not be 1 second, but it will be long enough for you to get an attack in. All right? But if it works the way that others were saying it worked, then it's not going to do much good at all. All right? So as you can see here, we're just continuing to parry. He still tagged me every once in a while because he, you know, changes up his pattern and catches me by surprise a little bit. All right, so I'm still parrying. But I want you to notice something. The parries, even though it's been a while, they're not going down anymore. Okay? So you remember the last time when we did a parry, I was able to do one, and it was over, right? And look at this. I'm attacking him. Okay? Parry, boom. Plenty of time. All right? Now, what you can notice is that he hasn't recovered from his stun when I attack him. Whereas in the first one, he does recover, but if you get it just right, you can get it before he actually does whatever it is he's going to do, whether it's attack you or back off. But here, no need, because he has not recovered from that stun. And as you can see here, we keep going. The parries are gone. Okay, at this point, limber, there's no more limber. Okay, it's not going to go any lower than this. All right? So hopefully you guys can see that you do get infinite parries. It doesn't matter how long the fight lasts. This is all that's going to happen until the big enrage timer hits. So he gets infinite parries. It's not as good as Domino, but he does get infinite parries. So that's going to do it, guys. Hopefully this clears that up. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you all have a blessed day.